Tonight on DC News Now, a massive fire hurts firefighters. We are live on scene where families were forced from their homes after intense flames prompted several rescues inside. Body found in a park. We've got the latest details out of Prince George's County, where police say somebody called in the report for someone's remains in broad daylight. New Attorney General. The president's former personal attorney just confirmed to lead the Department of Justice. How Todd Blanche's confirmation could be linked to the White House's agenda. Concerns at the Smithsonian. Why some historic preservationists worry about damage to priceless artifacts during the upcoming IndyCar race in D.C. How the museum responds.
And our weather has certainly improved from earlier on. We'll talk about overnight low temperatures, what to expect for Sunday in your 7-day forecast. Coming up.
About back-to-school savings, the tax-free items to check off your to-do list and save before the first day. We're stretching your dollar, just how long you have to cash in. Good Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. We begin tonight with breaking news. We have learned that 2 firefighters were hurt and several families have been forced from their homes, all after an intense apartment building caught fire in an apartment building went up in flames. This happened late this afternoon at the landings at Markham's Grant in Woodbridge. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us live along Tasia Lane. Dave, you spoke with neighbors. What do we know?
Well, what we know right now is that there is still a pretty large presence by firefighters here, mostly from around Prince William County, although there are several from neighboring Fairfax County. The fire is out, as now comes one of the difficult parts in all of this, trying to find out what sparked this massive blaze. Crews arrived around 5 p.m. this afternoon as flames shot out from the rear of the building. A total of 150 firefighters responded as second and third alarms went out for assistance. Investigators told us all 12 apartments suffered either fire, smoke, or water damage. Firefighters evacuated everyone inside the building at the time, 12 adults and 7 children. The building has been deemed unsafe for anyone to stay in it. Those who survived said they feel lucky to be alive.
All I know is there was a bunch of smoke in the building. I heard the fire alarms going off, and then all of a sudden I seen the apartment next door. The porch was all on fire. So I told my neighbors to get the hell out of the building. And next thing I know, the whole thing was going up in flames.
3 firefighters suffered minor injuries. 2 of them went to the hospital and at last report are said to be in stable condition. At this point, investigators said it's still not clear if all of the apartments had sprinklers in them, but as you heard from that one person, there were smoke detectors, and fortunately no one inside the building at the time, those who lived there, suffered any injuries. We are live in Woodbridge, Virginia. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
You can just see the damage done thereafter, Dave. Thank you. We have learned that a man was killed this morning in a serious crash near an elementary school in Montgomery County. 5 other people were hurt. Police say emergency teams responded to Ridge Road near Cedar Grove Elementary School near Clarksburg around 7:30. That's where they found a transit van hit a black minivan. A man in the minivan died on scene. Police say they sent the driver of the minivan and 4 more people inside to local hospitals. One of the victims, a child. Those who were injured are expected to be okay. Staying in Maryland, the state attorney general's office released video of a deadly officer-involved shooting that happened last month in Montgomery County at a bus stop. It's all unfolded around 6:45 p.m. on July 12th. Police responded near Montgomery Village Plaza for calls for a man with a gun. The video shows police with guns drawn, trying to talk to the man for several minutes, asking for his name, demanding him repeatedly to drop the weapon, which he reportedly was loading. One officer could be heard yelling, "Gun out," before police fired several shots. He was shot by both Montgomery County and Gaithersburg cops. The video also shows officers immediately trying to give the man help, render some aid, but he died on scene. The Attorney General's office continues to investigate that shooting. Police in Maryland say somebody discovered a body in a wooded area off of a park in broad daylight today. Maryland National Capital Park police found the man's remains just before noon in a heavily wooded area of Northwest Branch Stream Valley Park in Adelphi. Police said somebody called them after they came across the body while on a walk. Investigators are also working to identify the person, and no word of foul play is involved. We've also learned that a man is fighting for his life in the hospital after police say he was shot overnight in Oxon Hill. A heavy police presence in Prince George's County was seen in the parking lot of a small shopping center on Oxon Hill Road. Still preliminary information here. We're working to learn more and if there's any suspect description that's available. All right, before your full forecast, check it out. We will go to Scott Sumner for a look at your 7-day. So, Scott, I understand that we had some storms popping up around today and a slight chance tomorrow, significantly less, or at least lower number of opportunities for that to happen for our Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. Tomorrow will be a different day altogether. Did in between our 6 o'clock broadcast and our current time broadcast, did find out, was checking through the Weather Service chat, came in a little later, there might have been a tornado, although it was never reported by the Weather Service. It was more straight line wind, severe thunderstorm. There might have been a tornado down in this area, just northeast of the Culpeper area. The damage between what a tornado can do and what straight line winds of 75 miles an hour can do are kind of similar in certain ways. So I'm going to look a little further into that, and I'll have more details about that for you tomorrow. But as far as you can see here, I mean, there was a lot of damage in and around the Culpeper area just around that 5 o'clock hour. And Culpeper is improving here, about 200 power outages in that county, 1,000 still in Stafford having been dealt with. There was over 4,000 just a couple of hours ago. And this is, again, as we widen out the view, you'll see that all the storms, but this was the storm coming up, and that was the one right there that possibly produced a tornado. But again, there was no confirmation on that just as of yet. Ben?
All right, Scott. Thank you. New today, the United States Senate confirmed Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche to officially become the top law enforcement officer in the country and head of the DOJ. The Senate voted 50 to 49, a slim majority, to make the president's former personal attorney U.S. Attorney General. Blanche will serve as the second AG during President Trump's second term following departure of Pam Bondi. We'll have more coming up in just a moment. Former U.S. President Joe Biden's prostate cancer has spread to other parts of his body and is causing him newfound pain. This is according to his son, Hunter Biden, made that claim during an interview with the BBC late last night. He said his father's condition is sad to watch. Joe Biden, at 83 years old, was the oldest man to serve as the U.S. president, and his age was a source of concern for much of his 4 years in office. The former president revealed his cancer diagnosis in May last year, less than 4 months after he left the White House. Virginia lawmakers are hearing calls to return to Richmond for a special session about the impact to your energy bills. This comes right in the middle of a potential multi-billion-dollar merge between Dominion Energy and Florida-based NextEra Energy. Under state law, the State Corporation Commission has 190 days from July 15th to review a merger. That puts the deadline around mid-January. One Democratic state senator has renewed calls for the General Assembly to have a special session, and after South Carolina set its own review for a deadline on that merger, January 29th. Some Republicans also calling for a special session after Governor Abigail Spanberger said she would intervene on the issue.
Longer the process, the more thorough review that can occur, and things could come out in other processes, other review processes that would be advantageous for Virginia to know before the merger was accepted or not on Virginia's terms.
Governor Spanberger said South Carolina's timeline closely mirrors Virginia's. She also says although things could change, her priority is not to extend a discussion period, but to ensure the current discussion on the merger is purposeful and detailed. Let the good times roll in downtown D.C. There was actually a Mardi Gras parade that unfolded. That included floats, marching bands, plenty more. And after the parade was held, the crew of Pyro's Fire Fest took place at Anthem Row. That's the 10th anniversary of this celebration. Despite Mardi Gras being a holiday celebrated in the early months of the year, February, organizers say they wanted to bring the Louisiana culture to D.C. Coming up on DC News Now, major changes to Head Start. Why the White House wants to overhaul the anti-poverty program for children. Coming up.